on falling in love.
It's the step you've all been waiting for. How do you get paid? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now, of course, thank you to all of my new subscribers and to all of you who have been with me from day one. Now, today is going to be how to make a successful Poshmark closet part 3. Now, for those of you who have not yet watched part 1 and 2, what are you waiting for? I know you have clothes, accessories, shoes, stuff in your house right now that could be making you money. So go on ahead and watch parts 1 and 2. I show you and I explain exactly what to do on how to get started and how to be successful doing it. Now, I'm going to be doing a couple of new things here in my channel. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to start doing shout outs, okay? All of the rules will be in the description box down below. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So stick with me, keep hitting that like button, keep commenting, keep subscribing, and let's grow my channel. Now, if you've been following along in this series, you should have your Poshmark closet up and running by now. So go on ahead and drop those links down below. I'm excited to see what you guys have been up to. So if you want to know what to do after you've made your first sale and how to package that item, how to ship that item, and how you get paid, then keep on watching. As usual, I have my laptop out and you should have your pen and paper continuing from the notes that you have taken from part 1 and 2. Now, I will be dropping tips throughout, so make sure you are listening. Picking up from where we left off, you should have made your first sale. Yay! And I'm definitely happy for you. But let's get that item to the buyer. Poshmark makes it very easy, but you still have to know what the process is. And that's what I'm here for. I am going to walk you through. So, step number 1, you are going to want to get your shipping label, okay? Now, your shipping label is generated once your buyer has paid for shipping and taxes and Poshmark has completed the sale. The email address that the shipping label is going to be sent to is the email address that you have set up with Poshmark from day 1. You can go ahead, open up the attachment, and the shipping label will be there. If you do not have a printer at home in part 1, I do recommend Office Depot and how it is a very helpful place for you to get your shipping label printed and also ship your items out. Now, when it comes down to shipping your item, your shipping label needs to be attached to your package, okay guys? Now, this is going to bring me to tip number 1. You want to make sure if you are shipping multiple items within the same day that you take a moment and write the item down on the back of the shipping label. So if you are shipping a red top and it's going to Afiah in New York, you want to make sure you have red top on the back of Afiah's shipping label that's going to New York. Okay, guys, this ensures that the item is going to the right buyer. Okay, now when we come down to step number 2, it is time to package your item. Okay, packaging is fun. It doesn't have to be tedious. It can be simple. It doesn't have to be something that is difficult and complicated. Okay, guys, you find a box. Make sure that box is bigger than your item, okay? You do not want to stuff a large item into a small box. It's only going to ensure that your item gets damaged through shipment, and after all of this, the buyer can just return the item. So you don't want that to happen. You want it to reach them in pristine condition, okay? So when you ship your item out, always remember, would I want this item like this? If the answer is no, do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a short clip here on how to package an item quickly, easy, but also with adding little touches that will make the buyer know that you care. All right, guys, these are the items that you're going to need. You're going to need a large tape, a small tape, any type of ribbon that you would like to package your item with. If you want a little bit of a fancier ribbon, you can use that as well. You're going to need stickers. If you want fancier stickers, you can have that as well. Don't forget, you will need that clear bag to put your item in. And I recommend that you have 2 sizes for your lint rollers. I recommend you have a small one and a large one. And also the same for your scissors. I recommend you have a large one and a small one. Now, of course, you need your shipping label and you need pen and your thank you notes. Now, you can obviously use something that's a little bit more fancier, or guys, you can use a index card, cut it on the sides, make it look a little nice, and use that as well. This is just my little thank you cards that I use here. Now, of course, if someone buys a large bundle from you, I definitely recommend you throw in like a little item from the 99-cent store and candy as well. I just kind of like that. That's just my little touch that I do for my packages. Now, if you are sending out accessories, make sure you have some type of bubble wrap, guys. You do not want to do all that work and then your item gets to the buyer damaged and then you have a bad rating. So today I'm just going to show you how to pack a t-shirt quickly here. You just, of course, you're going to fold it nicely. Make sure that the edges are crisp. This is where your lint roller comes in. You want to make sure that your item has no lint on it, okay? And then you are going to go in with your small scissors to remove any little extra fuzzies or any little pullings that you see on the shirt, simply holding it like this. And that is why I recommend having a small one, because this large one, it will cut holes in your items, guys. So we're just going to make sure it's a little bit neater here. Of course, for the purpose of this video, I'm not being a perfectionist, but when I am shipping out, guys, I am a perfectionist. If you ever buy anything from my closet, you will see your items are crisp and in excellent shape. Now, I also want to touch on this very briefly here, and this is this item. If you are sending out shoes, this magic eraser does wonders for the front of shoes like Converse, sneakers, and things of that nature. So moving right along, you're going to take your shirt, you did your cleaning on it, you checked it, you made sure that there were no issues with your item. So you're going to go ahead and place it into that single wrap right here. And you're just gonna flip it like this. Make sure it is sealed. I like to do like a little double wrap here. This is where I put the small tape to work. And then I always like to put a sticker on this part as well, just like that. And tissue paper, guys. Now, my biggest pet peeve is when people reuse tissue paper. Guys, tissue paper, you can get 45 sheets for 99 cents. Please do not send out wrinkled tissue paper, okay? So just getting a little creative here. I like to do just a quick pocket because I like to do my Skittles and things like that inside of my packages for my buyers. So you will see how it will be a little pocket. So you see, I just simply folded it over and made a quick double seal at that point. You're gonna go ahead and put the item in the middle. You're gonna put it right here. Make sure it is even. Okay. Then you're going to seal it as well. Now you do not have to use tape and a sticker, but I like to do that because I just like to make sure it is sealed properly. Now this is where it's going to come into play with your ribbon. I'm going to use this one. I like this pattern right here. And we're just going to take a little bit like that. And we are going to go ahead and cut it. And you're not taking much because you're just wrapping it right here. And this is a very simple wrap, guys. We are not getting into anything fancy, but we still want it to look presentable for the buyer. Now, this is where the big scissors comes in. You're going to want to take it here and just pull alongside of your ribbon just to give it a little extra touch, just like this. Now, this is where the little pocket comes in, guys. You can go ahead and stuff whatever you want in there. You can put candy. You can put your thank you notes, which is what I'm going to put right now. Now, I always recommend that you put the person's name. In this case, it was Nicole. And thanks so much for your purchase. Enjoy your top from Afiah. I always say do that because you want it to be personal. You want that person to feel special, guys. So we are moving right along. I have two packages here. I have one envelope here and I have one longer, larger box here, okay? Because it's a shirt, I'm going to go ahead and go with the mailer. And this is where your shipping label comes in, guys. This is where I told you to write the item on the back comes in. You want to make sure, okay, I am shipping a red t-shirt. This is a red t-shirt in this envelope. Okay, so that is what I meant when I spoke about that earlier. So you're going to affix it right here. This is where the large tape comes in, guys. You're going to use it. You're going to tape it down. Boom, just like that. Of course, it's going to be affixed, but for the duration of this video to just speed through this process here, you're going to make sure that this is affixed to the envelope. You're then going to put this in just like this. Right here we go. And like I also mentioned in part 1, this is where the buying the self-adhesive envelopes comes in, guys. So that way you're not using additional tape. You are just going to boom, press it off like this, and voila, your package is good to go. Of course, the shipping label would be affixed to that envelope. And it's as easy as that, guys. Your item is now packaged and ready to be shipped. Which brings me to step number 3, shipping that item out. Now, you're going to go to your post office or schedule your pickup, whichever you decide. But if you are going to your post office, make sure you drop your item off, but you get a receipt. Unfortunately, many times there are going to be lazy mail people, and they are not going to scan your package, and the item will not be tracking. Now you have your receipt, and then you can assure the buyer, hey, I have proof and your item is on the way. So with every single shipment that is going out, guys, make sure you have a receipt, okay? Now, we won't be able to see it, and it's going to be basically tracking invisibly. Because you can't see it, you know it's going, you know you dropped it off, you called the post office, they're like, hey, well, we don't have the package. So, well, where is my package? It's left the building and it is going through the shipment process. So, guys, have no fear. It will pop up and you'll be fine. So, now, how fast you ship your item, this really, really matters, guys, because average days to ship is something that is visible to all of your buyers. To everyone that comes to your Poshmark closet, this is something that is there and can be seen. Your average days to ship is exactly what it is. It is an average of how long it takes you to ship your item from when the buyer purchased it to when you let that item, you take that item to the post office. So with that, you lose sales that you never even knew you had. So for example, somebody comes to your closet, they see that you have an item that they like. They go ahead, they look in, and they check your average days to ship. They see 4 days, 5 days. You lost the sale, sis. It's gone. Because they're like, man, I'm not messing with this closet. Because they want their items and they want it now. Okay, guys? So make sure you are shipping fast. Remember, the faster you ship is the faster you get your money. Okay? Which brings me to tip number 2. Okay? Ship fast. Do your very best to get the item out either the same day or the next day. Okay? If you take too long to ship, trust me, buyer's remorse sets in. And even if that item reaches that person in pristine shape and condition, they are still going to knock off a couple of stars, and they're just going to be pissed because it took you long to ship, which had nothing to do with the item. So make sure you guys are shipping fast. And for whatever reason, you cannot get that item out in a timely manner, talk to your buyer. I cannot stress that enough. Send them a message. Let them know, hey, I'm unable to ship your item out when I thought I would. I'm going to be shipping it on this day. And make sure you stick to that date. Okay, guys? Guarantee them a date, and I promise you, in most cases, they will respect it, and they will still turn around and give you a great rating for your item. Now, we are on to step number 4. It's the step you've all been waiting for. How do you get paid? Yes, now, so Poshmark makes it super, super easy for you to get paid, but it is a process. So don't think you're going to go out there, ship your item, drop it off, and boom, magic, the money is in your account. No, it does not work like that, guys. It is a process. Poshmark uses priority shipping, which means that the item itself takes 1 to 3 business days to get to your buyer once that item is shipped out. Now, once you ship your item, and let's say the person lives close to you, the process of them buying the item, you shipping it out, I have actually seen that process take 2 days, guys, because they're in my same state, and boom, I ship it out, it reaches them, and I have my money. So depending on where the person lives, that will determine how long it takes for you to get paid. Now remember, that process that I was talking about, you have to first have the item be purchased by the buyer. Once it is purchased, you get that shipping label. Once you get that shipping label, you ship it out. Once you ship it out, you gotta wait for it to start tracking. Once it starts tracking, you have to wait for it to reach the buyer. Then once it reaches the buyer, Poshmark gives them 1 to 3 days to rate and accept that item. So remember, it is a process. So I would say give yourself at least 4 to 6 days from when the item leaves your house to when you will see that money in your account. Okay? Now, make sure you keep in contact with the person. Hey, I shipped your item out today. It's going to be reaching you shortly. Hey, your item was delivered today. Don't forget to take a quick moment to accept your item and rate it for me. And let me know if there's any questions that you had. Keep in contact with the buyer. I cannot stress this enough. This will make sure that not only will that buyer buy from you once, but you will have them as a repeat buyer. I've had many people come to my closet that have purchased things 1 time, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times. I think the most that someone has purchased from me was 8 times. And I remember her because she kept coming back. And that is the type of closet that you want to have. That is the type of customer service that you want to deliver to have a successful closet, guys. Not just for today, but for the long haul. That is the closet that we are building. Now, once that buyer has accepted and has rated your items, your funds are available. So there are three options. Your first option is going to be keeping your funds in something Poshmark calls credits. And what that means is the money will sit there, and if you see something that you like from another Posher's closet, you can take those credits and put it towards that purchase. That's basically keeping the money within Poshmark, which I did for many, many months, okay? So your next option would be to get a check sent to you. Now with the check, keep in mind, it takes 7 to 10 business days to actually get that check sent to your house, and then you're gonna have to take a picture of it and have it directly deposited to your account, which brings me to step number 3, which is just skipping all of that and going directly into the account, putting in your banking information and having the funds directly deposited into your bank. With doing that, it reaches your bank account within 2 to 3 business days, and that is definitely the fastest way to get your money. Which brings me to the last and final tip, guys. This is going to change your shipping experience. You are going to want to Google the nearest post offices to your home. Now, the reason for this is because every post office operates differently because there are different people working. Now, you know, at your job, there is somebody that is always slacking. Now, it's the same thing at the post office. You're going to have those post office workers that grind and get your packages out. They scan it every single time. And by checking all of the nearest post offices closest to your house, this is going to enable you to figure out which one is going to ship your package seamlessly, because that is what you need to get a great rating and to get paid faster. Not only that, but different post offices have different operating days, different operating times. Some post offices are open on the weekend. You just made a sale for $300. You want to get that package out as soon as possible because you want your funds. So some of them are open on the weekend, so you can take that package right to them and your item will ship. And a lot of the times it makes it to your buyer the next Monday. So trust me, guys, you are going to want to Google and check out all of the different places that are able to actually get your package to your buyer as fast as possible, which is the end of part 3, guys. In part 4, I will go into detail about all the tools that Poshmark offers to make your experience as a seller a good one. And a lot of them you may not even know exist. Things like bundling features, love notes, vacation holes, how to understand the My Sellers Tools tab, and also how to check your Posh stats. And I'm just going to give you tips and tricks to wrap up this series to make sure that you are building not just a closet, but a successful one. And yes, guys, God has been so good. I couldn't tell it if I tried. If I tried. Thanks for watching.